Today this Japanese black pine will have its summer candles removed. This is called summer candle cutting. This black pine came from Russell's Bonsai Nursery in 2009 and it was first styled in 2011 and has now been in training for over 10 years. The primary branches are set, the secondary branches are set, and now we're working on developing the tertiary branches and fine ramification. Summer candle cutting is done on coastal pines who are able to produce a second flush of growth in a single growing season. Examples of this include the Japanese black pine, Japanese red pines, and even the loblolly pines in the southeastern United States. This technique is not advised for the slower growing species such as Japanese white pines or ponderosa pines. Now, summer candle cutting is a late stage training technique which serves a couple of purposes. First, current growth is replaced with smaller needles. Second, multiple shoots will grow from a single cut, which increases the density and the ramification of branches. Now, like everything bonsai, timing is everything on this training technique. Done too early in the summer and the tree has too much time to recover and grow long needles. Done too late in the summer and the needles may not harden off before winter. Now it takes 100 days approximately, or 14 weeks, for a Japanese black pine to produce and harden off a second flush of growth. So find your area's average first frost date and count backwards 100 days or 14 weeks from that point. That's your average time to cut candles in the summertime. Now our average first frost date in Birmingham is November 9th. So if I count backwards 100 days or 14 weeks, that's approximately the end of July. I'm a few weeks early on this tree and that's okay for a couple reasons. First, it was fully pruned and wired this spring, so that slows it down just a little bit. It's also very pot bound and it needs to be repotted next year. And that means that this tree is going to be a little bit slower to respond. So if I give it an extra 3 weeks or so to recover, that's okay. But on balance, find your average first frost date, count backwards 100 days or 14 weeks, and that's approximately the right time to candle prune. Now for bigger trees, you can cut a little bit earlier and give them a little bit longer time to grow a little bit longer needles. But for the shohin size or the smaller trees, you want to do it a little bit later in the summer, and that way the tree has less time to recover and will produce shorter needles by the end of the growing season. And that helps keep everything in good proportion. Okay, now that the apex is finished, here up, it's pretty easy to start to see how much gets removed versus how much is still on there. So we'll continue on down the tree. Okay, here we are. This has been complete. This is candle cut. This area is candle cut, and we just have this area here and the back side of the tree left to go right there. So we're nearly finished, about 70% of the way through, and we're just gonna keep on going until we're finished. Here we are now, summer candle cutting complete, needles pulled in order to balance the strength of the tree throughout so that it's pretty evenly balanced. Soil's cleaned off for now. It's going to return to the bench and be allowed to grow for the rest of the summer, and then in the fall I'll come back through and do a little bit of pruning back on it, and then in the spring it should be repotted. Thanks for watching.